Hello, uh, I will show you how we can set up Ansible with Tailscale to make configuration of VMs securely without exposing port 22 on the workers, and also not to manage SSH keys. So before we start, we should configure a few things. Now we see we have a single machine, which is the machine I'm working on. We have to first create two tags. One for the workers themselves. So every new machine we add to our Tailscale network will have this tag. And the other is for GitHub Action Runner. We name it CI, from where we will execute Ansible to our hosts. Now we should adjust the Tailscale SSH and go to the JSON editor, and we copy this. What it does, basically it says from member, whatever member in Tailscale, and from machines that have tag CI, we can access machines with tag worker, and we directly accept the request. So we save. 164. What is the issue? After array. Expected. Oh, this is the issue. Yep. Okay, now we adjusted the SSH configuration, and now we have to generate two things. One is the out key, which the worker VMs will use to join to the Tailscale network. We'll say demo worker. We want to make it reusable, and we want to attach default tag, which is tag worker. We generate. Later we will revoke the token, but for the moment it's okay. And now with Terraform we created two virtual machines on AWS, worker 1 and worker 2, where we install curl on the machines, and then we install Tailscale, and then we add them to do Tailscale network. We will paste the token here. We save. We run Terraform apply. And at some point we should see the machines in our Tailscale admin view. And now we have to do one other thing. For the GitLab runner, we need OAuth client. Basically, we make the same demo CI. We'll give it all needed permissions, but for production use cases, you should enable only the permissions you need. We generate the client, and now we should go to the settings, secrets, actions, and we will adjust this. So the client ID, we need to go to the GitHub mobile app, 75. Good. And we will update the secret. Update. If we go to the machines, okay, they're still not added because they're still creating. Let's go to AWS dashboard. Let's go to worker 1 just to see what is the status there. Go to the session manager. Oh, it's still not enabled, I think. Yeah, we should wait a bit more to create the needed resource. Probably it will take a few minutes. Probably till then we can explain what will the Ansible do. Here we create a simple PR where we create a few things. Probably the important one is inventory. Basically here we specify a group of workers with two machines, worker 1 and worker 2. These are the Tailscale magic DNS. We can also provide the IP addresses like this one, but a bit more robust to use the DNS. And here we put some alias A1 and A2. And from where we put these hosts, basically, okay, here I can explain that. Here we specify the host names. So this is how we know what the host name of the target machine will be. If we go to the session manager and connect, run as root and check the log files, we see that the installation is complete and Tailscale is up and running. So we should see the two new workers are joined in our Tailscale network. We updated all the credentials, and if we now merge this PR, we will explain later what each of these files is doing. We'll see what will happen. Squash and merge. Confirm. And we should see a new action. Just I want to show you something really quick. Yep. Now we see the GitHub runner is added temporarily to our Tailscale network, and it will interact with the both workers. So what was happening? We'll see. Yep. Okay, we specified what is the init. We specify basically the two workers. At the requirements, we specify that this is like a package in Ansible ecosystem that installs automatically, that is for installing Docker on target machines. And here we just extend Ansible to be able to create containers, to Docker containers, to run them, to stop them, and so on. Now this is our main file. Here we specify a few things. This job says, on the workers, so this means all machines in this group run base row and this row, which we defined in the requirements. This means install Docker on these machines, and base is for this file that we specified, and we say install on this machine tmux, vim, and jq. If we go to the playbook, now we say on A1 install Nginx and on A2 install traffic. We will check only Nginx because it's the same setup basically for both. At the Nginx, we say use first install Nginx Alpine and then use Nginx latest, which basically just reference this is like the root file, and you specify all other steps in the current row. For the Nginx Alpine, we just say create a container with name Nginx Alpine, use this image Nginx with tag Alpine on this port 8080 and restart policy to null. For the Nginx latest is the same setup, just we use different tag and a different port. For the traffic, yeah, it's the same. So this is the base Ansible setup. Oops, what failed? Internal Nginx latest. Okay, this is strange. Let's rerun the job. Okay. This never happened before. Okay, we'll see if it fell again. So this is the Ansible setup. This is now clear, but how we use Tailscale in order to interact with our machines with this Ansible folder. We have a GitHub action, which basically says whenever we make a change on the main branch and the change is Ansible folder here, run this job. And what it does, it's temporarily add the GitHub runner to the Tailscale network, then install the needed requirements, and then run the root Ansible playbook with where we specify inventory and the user which to use. And basically this is it. And on this way, we avoid two things because our machines are in Tailscale network. We never open port 22, and it automatically manages the SSH keys. We never have to create them manually to upload them to the to GitHub secret. And if we go, okay, now we wait for job to finish. But let's check what is the status here. First, let's see if we have Vim installed. Yep, we have Vim installed. Do we have JQ? Yep. We have Tmux. Okay. So we see that the base row is applied successfully. And if we check Docker, we see that the Docker was installed successfully and one of the containers is running Alpine. Okay, it fails again. Error pulling image Nginx latest. Okay, let's go to Docker Hub. Issues. Okay. Okay, probably there is issue with Docker Hub. We should. Something went wrong. Wow. Really? Okay, so probably there's issue with Docker Hub registry. Let's check the other worker if as if on it everything is down. Vim, yep, Okay, the base job is installed. Docker. Okay, Docker PS. Docker is installed, but the images are not pulled. What about traffic? Sad. So we see that there is some issue with the Docker hub, but at least we were able um, to get the image for the Nginx Alpine, and it's running. Let's check it again. Yeah, if the okay, this is really strange. I guess bad work that Docker Hub is down. Um, but yeah, if it wasn't down, then the Ansible job will be able to um, get the images and to run the containers like this one on both machines. So on this way, this is like very effective way to manage the containers without using Docker Swarm or Kubernetes or something like this. As simple as just running a Docker container directly. But still we have nice configurations with a GitOps approach where everything is Git repository. We make commit to the main branch and then automatically um, manages the VMs with the desired state. So yeah, thank you for your attention and see you later.